ready? I told them this is manifesting graduation, so we're getting ready for in 2 years from now, right? So it's with great pride and excitement that we gather today to celebrate our nursing and dental hygiene students as they embark on the important journey in their healthcare careers. The white coat ceremony marks a significant milestone symbolizing the transition from academic learning to the compassionate practice of patient care. We want to extend our deepest gratitude to the parents, families, and loved ones here today. So let's give them a round because they're going to support you through this journey. So your unwavering support and encouragement have been instrumental in helping our students reach this point and will continue to be a guiding light for these students as they navigate these programs. So it is my pleasure to introduce our first white coat ceremony speaker, GHC's president, Dr. Mike Hobbs. Dr. Hobbs is a dedicated leader in higher education and a strong supporter of student success at Georgia Highlands College. We are honored to have him with us today as we celebrate this important milestone in our nursing students' journey and our dental hygiene students' journey. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Mike Hobbs.
Thank you. Wow, what a beautiful sight to see here. This is the first time we've held the white coat ceremony in our gym. And looking out amongst all of you and the excitement and the nervousness that you're going through is really exciting. And I know you're thinking, well, just because you don't have to take the first exam. I totally do understand that. Many have heard me say I was married to a nurse for 24 years. But my daughter started her first semester in nursing school last Friday. So she had an orientation boot camp that she went through, and they don't have a white coat ceremony, and I thought, wow, they really should do that. So I think this is something that's really special. We have a lot of healthcare partners that are here with us. We have faculty members, some of the very best faculty members. They are so good. We have outside sources that help supplement their salary because they're that good. We've had 100% passing on the NCLEX. We average about 96% on the NCLEX, but 100% 2 years ago, which I think was absolutely amazing. You guys will find out the NCLEX and the dental hygiene. You know you're going to pass because they have 100% every year. But I want to take a second and talk to the parents and the spouses and the boyfriends and the girlfriends and the friends and let you know that nursing school is a lot of fun. And they will join with their partners. They've got best friends they haven't even met yet, people that they're going to be friends with for the rest of their life, people that will be in their weddings, come to their grandkids' softball games, people they don't even know. But I will say this, they're going to be stressed. And it's our role as their parents or their supporter or their spouses to be there for them. There will be times when you get yelled at and you won't know exactly what you've done. There'll be times, I tell the joke, sadly it's not a joke, I was hiding in my closet when my wife was going through nursing school, and I was thinking, how can I get to the car without getting yelled at? And I hadn't done anything. She just had a major test that day and was very stressed out, and when you're stressed out, unfortunately, you take it out on your loved ones. So those of you hug your children, and especially if you have a daughter. My daughters turn into something different when they hit a certain age. Hug them, love them, but know the next 5 semesters are going to be 5 of the most stressful semesters of their life. Be there for them. We wouldn't let you into the nursing program if we didn't think you could get out. So we know for a fact your setting here means that you have the ability to graduate from our nursing program. And we know that you already have the ability to pass the NCLEX or pass the dental hygiene exam. We know that. You wouldn't be sitting here if you didn't. As the president of this college, I'm honored to have you in front of me. I'm honored to be here with you. I can't wait to see you walk across the stage. I think that'll be really neat. We'll definitely do a little selfie or something. But the end will come. I'm not trying to scare you. I'm just trying to motivate you. Get somebody's telephone number that you've never reached out to. If you have bad handwriting like I do, find somebody that's got good handwriting and buy them a Coke before classes start. Share each other's number. You're in this together. Get to know people. When I grew up, everybody I knew lived within 20 miles of where I lived. But then when I went to college, I met people from other counties, other states, other countries. You're going to have that in your nursing class. You're going to do amazing. I will be the same person that will be here handing you that diploma when you graduate, Sarah. And there's Sarah over there. Wave to everybody, Sarah. We'll be here waiting on you to graduate, and then we're going to talk you into going into the bachelor's degree program. But I'm really proud of you. Thank you for allowing me a few minutes to speak to you today. And I'm not going to wish you luck because I know you're going to do great. Just hang in there when it gets tough. Push through it a little bit. Our students are a little bit different. I said this at our last graduation. Our students are a little bit different than any other class I go to, and Sarah and I go to a lot of graduations. Our students have to know how to come in to fight. They know how to have to put their shoulder behind something. They know how to put one step back. Most of you are working jobs. 50% of our students are working full-time. 84% are working some type of job. That's hard going through dental hygiene and going through nursing school. That's difficult. But our students do it. And I think that that's why when you come out, the hospitals are jumping at the bit and the dental offices are jumping at the bit to hire our students. There's something special about being a Georgia Highlands student. And I want you to wear that with pride. And I'm very proud of each one of you. And again, congratulations on being here tonight.
All right, thank you, Dr. Hobbs. All right, now it's my honor to introduce our next speaker, Mr. Kurt Stunkel, the president of Atrium Health Floyd. With more than 40 years of experience working in Atrium Health Floyd, Mr. Stunkel has served as president and chief executive officer since '96. His leadership and dedication to healthcare excellence have made a profound impact on our community, and please join me in welcoming Mr. Kurt Stunkel.
Well, I noticed the look of shock on all of your faces when she said 40 years of healthcare experience. I know you were thinking, he does not look that old. You were thinking that way. Well, first thing I want to say to you is congratulations. Congratulations for making the decision to make healthcare your career. I like to ask folks as they come to work at Floyd, and students, when they're thinking about what they want to do as a career, why are you thinking about healthcare as a career? Why do you want to be a nurse? Why do you want to be a dental hygienist? And almost to a person, they answer with a similar answer. And I'm going to ask you to hold up your hand if this is your answer. How many of you have decided you want to go into this profession because you really want to work with and help people? Would you raise your hand? Look around. I think everybody has raised their hand in the audience. That's the special group of people that you have just joined, because that's what healthcare people have as their root motivation for going into healthcare. And so you're joining that group of professionals who care about their fellow human beings and want to dedicate their professional lives to helping them. It makes a special kind of person to do that, and you have just identified yourselves as those special kinds of people. So both congratulations for making this professional and personal decision, and thank you, because you will be taken care of in our community. Moms and dads and brothers and sisters and cousins and all the people out there when they are in their times of need. And that takes a special person. So thank you for doing that. I want to encourage you in your school training to pay attention, because there's a lot to learn. Learn the material. Pay attention to the material. Master the material. Follow the advice of your coworkers. Pay attention in clinicals. And then I think one of the best lessons I ever heard was in a statement made by our former director of our family medicine residency program, talking to new doctors just as they have graduated from medical school and chosen family medicine as a career. He would meet with them and say, in a joking manner, never screw up alone. And what he meant by that was, you know, we're all human and we're going to make mistakes, but we should never really make a big mistake, because we've always got help. We've always got somebody that we can ask a question of. When we're in a complicated or complex situation, you're not there on your own by yourself. There's always an opportunity to ask for help. And that's really one of the biggest and most important lessons that we all should know as healthcare workers, is that we've got colleagues and we've got teammates. President Hobbs was just telling you to make friends here in your training. Well, that's absolutely true. Do that, and then also carry that lesson of teamwork with you in and throughout the rest of your career, because we're all in this together. We're all striving to take great care of the people that are in our care. And so, again, I want to thank you for this professional choice you've made to be a healthcare worker, and especially those that are choosing to be nurses. Many of you will come to work for us at Atrium Health Floyd. You're going to experience most of your clinicals with us. I'll just give you a little commercial about our organization. Our organization has traditionally scored in the top decile, that's the top 10%, in employee engagement and employee satisfaction. Now, we're not perfect, but we sure do try to create a great work environment. You'll get to experience that, and I hope most of you will come to work for us. And so I look forward to seeing you throughout your clinical experience, throughout our organization, and good luck in your first 2 years. I saw up there earlier that the class of 2027, man, that is just around the corner. I mean, it's just 2 years, and then you will be practicing nurses. Again, thank you and congratulations.
All right. Thank you so much. All right, before I introduce our next speaker really quick, I just want to introduce the rest of the people up here. They are definitely pivotal to the success of our program and your journey here as you continue in the program. So we have our provost here, Dr. Sarah Coakley. Yeah, we'll give them a round as we go. Yep. All right, we have Dr. Sheila Bennett here. You're going to hear from her here shortly. All right. Dr. Lisa Jellum, who I'm about to introduce. We have Shannon Cook here with Atrium Health Floyd. I think you guys have met her, right? Yeah. And then Stephanie Jenkins as well. So we're just thankful they could be here tonight. All right, so our next speaker is Dr. Lisa Jellum. She serves as the Dean of Health Sciences at Georgia Highlands College. She also has a really extra long title that I always tell her I can't ever get it right. But she provides visionary leadership to advance nursing and allied health programs. With a commitment to student success and workforce readiness, she's been instrumental in building partnerships with healthcare organizations, expanding academic pathways, and ensuring program excellence through innovation and community engagement. So join me in welcoming Dr. Lisa Jellum.
Okay, good evening. I'm not gonna lie, this is one of my favorite days of the year. Anyone that knows me knows that I love balloons and lights and microphones and pomp and circumstance. But realistically, that's not just a me trait. What I really am the most proud of and what I get the most excited for is the future. And honestly, when I look out and there's 140 future nurses and 16 future dental hygienists, what this says to me is that the future in Northwest Georgia, specifically in healthcare, is extremely bright. Little do you know, this moment is extremely rare. Did you know that 65,000 nursing applicants this year alone were turned away from programs? That makes this moment, you are one in every 3 applicants that gets into a program. You have sacrificed. I know Dr. Hobbs is onto something when he says that your family is around you. They're sacrificing their time. They're sacrificing their birthdays, their holidays, those early morning moments where all you can think about is a flashcard, a text, a CET. For the dental hygienist, things with pokey things. And I have affectionately been called the Dean of Pokey Things because I'm not a nurse nor a dental hygienist, but what I am for both of these programs is extremely proud. The sacrifices that you have made to get in here, you will remember forever. And I often think, as I came from Gillette, Wyoming, I'm 1,700 miles away from my family standing here today. And about 16 years ago, I took a leap of faith to move to Rome, Georgia to start my career in higher ed and pursue my PhD. And like any good mom, my mom every year, every semester would be like, all right, you're almost done, right? You're coming back home. And I remember that I first got here and I tried my PhD and I was traveling for 5 campuses. It was a little over 200 miles a day that I was traveling and teaching classes for all of your classmates that came before you in 2009. And that was a really long day for me. And I, in no way, shape, or form, was prepared to get my PhD, so I basically quit. And somewhere right around 2015, I had decided, well, my mom is starting to kind of, call every day now, come on back home, come on back home. And I took a leap of faith and decided to basically bet on myself. And I know that you have those moments in your life where you look at something or you hear something, you taste something, you hear a song. Well, there's a little UPS envelope receptacle about 2 streets up over on the left. And before we used to be able to submit our applications virtually, I had to put an entire packet that I paid $29.95 and put into this little UPS box. And I remember reaching outside of my car door and thinking to myself, this was one of the biggest bets that I ever had made on myself. I didn't get in. So every day for the next year, I drove by that same UPS box thinking to myself, well, I didn't get in. They must not have wanted me. I'm not good enough. All of the things that you tell yourself in these pivotal moments that you think, this just wasn't for me. And somebody along the way was like, did you ever call and ask them why you didn't get in? So I was like, well, no, I didn't think of that. So I called and I asked, and they said, oh, you forgot to check the box on page 4. We would have let you in if you just would have checked that box. So I made another $29.95 packet, and I stuck my application in that same UPS box that next year, and I got into the University of West Georgia, and since then I have stayed. And it's funny because that box, that UPS box, when I drive down 27, still gives me that same feeling of really thinking to myself, this is a bet that I could have on myself. But in that bet that I had on myself, I still am 1,700 miles away from my family. My mom still calls every day and says, hey, when are you coming home? And that's what these next 2 years are going to feel like to you. This is an extremely big bet on yourself. So much so that your family and your friends are going to want you to do all of the things with them. And I am going to tell you, let them know, hey, in 2 short years, I am going to be able to come to every birthday, every coffee, every dinner, every Sunday matinee that is ever going to be on earth. But let me have these 2 years where I really bet on myself, because these are going to be the moments that you honestly never forget. Looking ahead, I'm going to tell you that 84% of you guys are going to stay in Northwest Georgia, which is extremely important for what it means to me. Like I said, I am the Dean of Pokey Things, so I am extremely proud of the programs that we serve, but I no way in shape or form could do exactly what you do. And so we rely on the commitment of the white coat that you're about to don, in the fact that that is showing that that is a commitment to both healthcare, humility, and service. And as you're going to see in this video, Dr. Walker kind of takes the words out of my mouth when you all are going to be at some of the most intimate moments in these people's lives. You get to be at the birth, the death. You get to see people in the most humble moments that they're ever going to have, and take that as a privilege. You are there seriously to serve people in ways that no one else gets to be in the room except for you. And we're extremely proud that we are committed to making you the best at that we can humanly be. I'm also going to tell you that just like Dr. Halb said, this isn't luck. You did not get here. We're not going to wish you luck. We put you in this program because we knew that we can do secret handshakes going across the stage. I give high fives. Like I said, it's my favorite day. But I'm also going to tell you we all let you in because we have the big commitment of our faculty and our staff to help you. So as you are telling your friends and family, hey, see you next birthday, 2 birthdays from now, I'm going to tell you that all of these faculty for the last 25, 30, 40 years have been committed to giving up their friends and families' birthdays to make you the best at what this thing that you can be. So for that, we owe them also a round of applause. So like I said, you are the future of healthcare. You are the proof that dedication, persistence, compassion, and extraordinary things are possible. I am extremely proud to say congratulations to the future class of 2027. You have earned all of these moments. So go forward, take the next moment, and make a difference in the world that we won't forget.
All right, so let's introduce our next speaker. So it is my pleasure to introduce Dr. Sheila Bennett. Dr. Sheila Bennett has been pivotal in promoting patient safety and quality care and has been foundational at Atrium Health Floyd. So we want to welcome her here to the stage. Good to see you. Can I hold your leg? Yeah.
Thank you. It's interesting because I really have a dual role because I'm the Chief of Patient Services at Atrium Health Floyd, but I've actually taught at Georgia Highlands for the last 7 years this year. So I teach in the Bachelor's in Health Science and BSM program. So when I was thinking about today and how I wanted to recognize and encourage you as you move forward in your pursuit of being a nurse or a dental hygienist, I thought about what I could say that doesn't sound like a cliche or just a bunch of pretty words. I could use Copilot for that or Chat GPT and come up with something really good. But at the end of the day, I thought about, what really matters? What can I say to you that really matters? So several people have talked about the white coat, and hopefully if you've researched it, you know what it means, how important it is. It's a symbolism of professionalism. It's a symbol of expertise. It's a symbol that the person wearing the coat has committed to being a caregiver to those that need their knowledge. But how do you go to the distance? How do you stay energized? How do you stay ready to care day in and day out for the patients that are entrusted to your care? Well, my belief after 45 years as a nurse, last year when I did this, when I spoke at graduation, I realized that I had sat in your shoes 45 years before. And that's a really long time. And I'm not going to say I don't look that age like Kurt did, but because I'm seasoned, I've been doing this for a long time. But I realized that after 45 years of being a nurse, that it isn't a job. It's a calling. And that's how you go the distance, because it's not a job. So we've got to look beyond the frustration of days where it seems we can do nothing right, days and months of continuous change, difficult patients, and yes, sometimes difficult coworkers, and look to the honor of caring for patients and families when they need us the most. And I really believe this because before I moved back to Georgia in 2007, I had been gone from Georgia for 20 years. So I lived in Knoxville, Tennessee for 13, and then I moved to Chicago for 7. And I was looking back, I actually found a piece of paper where I was interviewed in Chicago when I became a CNO. And I looked at an interview that I did when I moved to Georgia, and I said the very same thing. And I thought, that's consistent with what I believe, and that's that it's an honor to intersect in patients' lives when they need us the most. That was exactly how I felt, 18 years ago, now 21 years ago as a CNO. So the gratitude is what they really remember. It's that small act of kindness that you give to patients. It's really not that they're going to remember that technical expertise that you bring to the bedside, although that's critically important, as Kurt said. What they remember is, did you pat their arm when you took their blood pressure? Did you stop and connect with them and really listen? Those are the things that patients and families remember. Change can be a catalyst for good. Technology gets better and patients are safer for it. But it doesn't replace the ability to critically think, and most importantly, it cannot make the patient feel seen and heard. We do individualized care and treatment plans for our dental hygienists in the room for a reason. No two patients are the same. I was asked recently what it takes to be a good leader, and I replied, first and foremost, you have to be a person of integrity, because being honest and transparent builds trust. And I think it's the same as you start out at the bedside and your career as a direct care clinician. You have to own your mistakes. You have to be a lifelong learner. You have to put patient safety first. Don't take shortcuts. Don't bring your problems to work. The patient and your colleagues have enough of their own. Take care of yourself mentally and physically. Find the balance between caring for others and yourself, because you can't do one without the other. To sum it up, never stop advocating for your patient. Use the white coat to symbolize this when you need a reminder. Wear it as a symbol of your commitment to care even when it's hard. And look for reasons why patients behave and act the way they do at times. Give them the benefit of the doubt, because many times, and I've said this lots of times throughout the years, a lot of times it's not what the patient says, it's what they don't say that really gives you a feeling for the clue to who they are as individuals. Their worries, their fears, a person loved by family and friends, a person with a life before they were ill or injured. The patient is worthy of our going the extra mile to maintain their dignity, and they're so worthy of our respect when many in the world would not recognize that person's value. I want to be sure that we always do. So thank you. Congratulations to you. I'm so happy for you. I hope I get to see you in 2027 walk across the stage. And so I hope that this white coat ceremony is as meaningful to you as it is to me. Thank you very much.
Good evening. Well, y'all are an intimidating group out there. My name is Kristen Bauman. I am the first-year clinic coordinator in the Department of Dental Hygiene at Georgia Highlands College. Before I tell you about the history and the meaning of the white coat, I just want to say that it is a true honor to stand here before you. As you take this important step in your journey toward providing clinical patient care, I am very proud to be here to experience this with you. So the white coat ceremony is a relatively new tradition in health professions education. The first one was actually held at the University of Chicago's Pritzker School of Medicine in 1989. It gained more attention when Columbia University adopted it in 1993. Originally, it was part of the commencement ceremony where the students took the Hippocratic Oath, but today many programs, like ours, hold it earlier to mark the transition from preclinical study to clinical patient care. Your white coat represents more than just a piece of clothing. It symbolizes your role as a healthcare professional who blends science with compassion. It's a reminder of the responsibilities that you accept to your patients, to your profession, and to the communities that you serve. As you put on your white coat today, I encourage you to take a moment to reflect, not just on the knowledge and the skills, but on the kind of professional that you want to become. I challenge you to treat each patient with respect, curiosity, and empathy. To listen closely, not just with your ears, but with your eyes. To learn continuously, and never underestimate the difference your care can make in someone's life. I also want to share a small piece of advice. Embrace every challenge and every moment of uncertainty as a chance to grow. You will make mistakes. Everyone does. But let those mistakes teach you rather than define you. Finally, let me speak from the heart. We, your faculty, are so proud of you, each and every one of you. We are inspired by your dedication, by your curiosity, and by your courage that you show stepping into this next chapter. Today, by donning your white coat, you are accepting the responsibilities of your profession and committing to excellence in patient care. You are representing Atrium Health Floyd School of Health Sciences, Georgia Highlands College, and your chosen professions. Wear it with pride, wear it with integrity, and know that we are cheering you on every step of the way. Congratulations to each one of you. This is your moment. You've earned it. Thank you. And now we will watch a brief video. Thanks.
So nursing to me means caring for patients and other humans.
It's definitely a privilege to be able to take care of people as they enter life, and when they leave life, it's definitely a privilege.
I think for me, I was always drawn to the caring professions, which I classify nursing, dental hygiene, all of the other professions in healthcare that deal with patient care. I feel like I was always drawn to the relationship side of dental hygiene as well.
In dental hygiene, we are part of the healthcare system, and it is powerful as far as being able to influence our community and just to be able to take care of those and give back.
Nursing to me is the most rewarding experience that a person can do. It requires commitment. It requires so much caring and selflessness to be able to care for someone else.
Nursing to me can be defined as the complete sacrifice of oneself. And by that I mean when you are on the floor, when you're educating, when you're taking care of patients, you give up a piece of yourself so that you can adequately and wholeheartedly give your entire life to that patient.
Being a nurse is truly the greatest honor because you're there when people enter life and they leave it. And truly you're invited at the most special times. You know, not everybody can say that. So what a privilege it is to be that person.
Being able to see somebody's life transform in front of my eyes and know that I had a part in that was transformational and turning me into who I am today.
I think that's an important part as we're teaching students how to be excellent hygienists, that they realize their role in patient care is not just the hands-on delivery of care, but every part of that patient care and how they establish the relationship with the patient.
For me, that passion is giving back and serving others. I actually had the opportunity to move to Central America. When I first graduated from hygiene school, I said, I love this so much. I don't care what I make. And so when I moved to Central America and I did not get a paycheck, I thought that was so funny that actually came true, that I actually was serving freely and giving back to the people.
Nursing is one of the most satisfying and fulfilling experiences that you will ever have in your life.
If I were talking to a new student, I would tell them that they're choosing a profession that's more than just a job. It's a calling, it's an honor to care for someone, you know, in any moment of their life. And so truly, you know, to take on these professions of dental hygiene, nursing, it's more than just about the pay. It's truly about providing the best care, you know, being ethical, honest, and just answering that calling.
When you come to Georgia Highlands for the dental hygiene program, you are going to learn how to be an excellent hygienist. You're going to learn how to infuse the care that you're going to deliver to your patients with compassion and hopefully a love for what you're doing. I think that passion that we have as dental hygienists is what drives us to deliver that highest standard of care to every patient that we see.
So as you embark on this lifelong journey of learning, we at GHC know that each season in your life will change as you learn and grow to be nurses and dental hygienists that you want to be. We want you to know that we support and care for each one of you and are so excited for all that you will accomplish during school and in your future careers.
They're coming here to tell me their name.
Chloe Billingsley. Marley Bowles. Katie DeRosa Guerrera. Emily Dubuque. Madison Flemons. Caitlin Fowler. Ella Freeman. Jasmine Garcia Sanchez. Carol Johnson. Shay Lindenfelser. Araceli Lopez. Giselle Martinez Jimenez. Bella Owens. Joanna Sheldon. Kinsley Thompson. Arlie Viviano. Rinchanti Adams. Juana Aguilar. Shakuruddin Ahmed. Jaden Backus. Shanna Bishop. Jennifer Bowling. George Borelli. Caitlin Branton. Jade Brewer. Kirsty Brown. Madison Buckles. Kinsley Burkhalter. Bailey Burns. Brielle Burson. Chelsea James. Gabriela Cabrera. Mackenzie Kane. Giselle Carrasco Herrera. Brent Kavanaugh. Carly Chadwick. Giselle Chavez. Aaron Cooper. Avery Croft. Jasmine Cruz. Janet Cruz. Areli Cruz. Jasmine Cruz Fonseca. Elizabeth Cruz Garcia. Kaylee Cuevas. Marley Cumby. Jennifer Dang, Briley Davis, Kana Gravitt, China Dial, Jaylee Dorsey, Ava Doughton, Skylin Dowdy, Sydney Anabnett, Melanie Espana, Ross Edwards, Jessica Figueroa, Michelle Flores, Alden Ford, Imani Ford, Talon Gage, Jimena Gantas Pentoja, Desiree George, Grodman, Olivia Grodman, Gustat, Tyler Gustat, Emily Henson, Samantha Hilligust, Colton Hobbs, Samantha Hobbs, Madison Hornsby, Carly Howard, Samantha Hudgens, Madison Hun, Justine Eiler, Riley Jenkins, Diana Juarez Pelico, Daryl Keith, Brett Kennedy, is that Mavis Coomson, Audrey Lambert, Brianna Lilac, Isaac Leonard, Tara Little, Sarah Loudermilk, Maria Markham, hello, how are you? Amber Malden, Letitia McClendon, Thomas Montford, Kayla Mills, Jennifer Morales, Rudy Morales Marin, Joseph McLeod, Marcela Morera Lima. Okay. Breandra Mosley. Brianna Najarro Ramirez. Fiona Nelson. Marissa Neese. Tanya O'Neill. Sarah Ortwine. Jalen Oscar. Maria Padron Espinoza. Priya Patel. Okay. Kesla Pina Quintana. Okay. Evangelina Perez. Cindy Perez Hernandez. Samantha Pistana Aguiar. Jemiah Plummer. Hayden Porch. Taylor Pointer. Tiffany Pollard. Kaylee Quidagno. Gabby Racine. Jessica Rice. Christine Robinson. Tanya Rogers. Katie Rowell. Jennifer Sache Tizzle. Jonah Salas. Magali Sandoval. Jamie Shaw. Heather Shatter. Chantel Singh. Mackenzie Snyder. Oh, I know your mother. Brandon Smith. Amberly Thacker. Madison Thomas. Janisa Thompson. Amy Timms. Timmy? Brandon Tinney. Brandy Tucker. Valiente. Chloe Valiente. Adler Van. Brenda Vicente Vicente. I know that last name. Kylie Vukovich. Really? Christian Weatherby. Berlind Westbrook. Selena White. Jordan Williams. Emily Wyatt. Melissa York.
Yes, you're good. All right, how do y'all feel? Y'all look so proud coming around the corner. Yeah, let's give them a hand. Yay. Love it. All right, so thank you all for joining us tonight for this wonderful event. We will have refreshments after this in the Student Center. There's some opportunities for you to take photos and things like that. I'm going to do a quick thank you to all of those who made tonight possible. In the back, we have our CBO, Mr. Jamie Petty. Huge thanks to him that keeps the things running. We appreciate him. We have our campus manager, Mr. Eric Collins, also helped make sure this would happen tonight. We have our AV team back here, David and Tony, Brian Armstrong, all of these guys who make sure that you're going to have a video to share with your family later. I want to thank Plan Ops. I don't know that they're here, but they set up all of this stuff. Miss Sharon Bailey, who was instrumental in putting all the pieces together. I don't know where she ran off to, but she's here. Nathan Barriga and Chance Hooper, and then all of the dental hygiene nursing faculty. If you'll just wave, they're truly here to invest in your loved ones in this journey. We couldn't do it without them. All right, so, and thank you to our wonderful speakers and all of your support to help make this possible for our students. So, yeah. All right, so are we going to try to do a group photo? Yes, so students, we will try a massive group photo. I know your favorite, but it's fine. It'll be good. But families, if you want to head towards the Student Center, which is in the building, one building over, the McCorkle building, there will be, if you walk through this, out this door at the end and through the next building, you'll just land right there. There will be refreshments there for you so we can celebrate and do some photo ops. We'll do a quick pic and then your family will be there as well, okay? So quick photo, students. All right, thank y'all so much.